Congress of the People has expressed disappointment with the disqualification of Dr. Murunwa Makwarela as the mayor. This is after it was found that Dr. Makwarela did not divulge that he was insolvent. Our reporter Mbali Tetani is standing by to speak to COPE's spokesperson Dennis Bloem, and the party insists that he did indeed declare. Mbali, so who's fooling who?
That's certainly right, Dudu, and of course those are the answers that we are looking for, because you'd remember just yesterday from the city of Tshwane we saw that communication saying that Dr. Murunwa Makwarela has been disqualified as a councillor, and the city has since written to the Gauteng IEC, of course, just to also alert them that they officially now have a vacancy open in the councillor, and COPE would have to fill that. But just to give us a bit more insight in terms of the disqualification of Murunwa Makwarela, we are joined by COPE's national spokesperson Dennis Bloem. Dennis, are you shocked at all or surprised by what has transpired in the city of Tshwane Council?
We are shocked and extremely disappointed by this whole controversy of Dr. Makwarela and the municipal council. We don't know what to say, because this thing came as a surprise to us. We were not aware of all these things that is happening, and that's why we are saying we want answers. Why these things were hidden from us all the time.
Was this issue even communicated to you by the city of Tshwane? What did they say when it comes to the disqualification of Dr. Makwarela?
Nobody have communicated to the Congress of the People, to COPE itself, about this disqualification of Dr. Makwarela. For now, we only see it in newspapers and in the media. We don't know exactly what is going on, but we see that he is disqualified, and apparently the IEC have called on COPE in Tshwane to fill up, to make one person available, a candidate to fill up that vacant position of Makwarela.
Has Makwarela been rehabilitated? And one would also then ask the question of, when it comes to the IEC, surely there is a vetting process being done when one stands for public office. Is this something that was missed by COPE? Is this something that was even missed by the IEC?
You know, Mbali, it's not only for us to answer this type of questions. Yes, it is the Congress of the People must give clarity to the country. Why, how come that Dr. Makwarela slipped through our vetting processes? But a bigger question must also be been asked. The IEC is having also vetting for everybody all over the country. Why is it that they missed this problem of Dr. Makwarela? Not only that, but the council itself. Dr. Makwarela was a speaker in the council, in the metro of Tshwane for a whole full year, more than a year, a speaker of. Now all of a sudden we get this bomb that was coming out yesterday. So there's many people must answer very difficult questions.
Has he been rehabilitated?
We don't know, because we have never seen a certificate from Dr. Makwarela that he is been rehabilitated. We will communicate with him to find out about that certificate. Is he really rehabilitated or not?
This chaos, what does it mean for the residents of the city of Tshwane? Because this back and forth of having one mayor from a certain coalition, now another mayor from another coalition, surely it has an impact on the services that political parties are expected to deliver to the residents of Tshwane.
it is totally unacceptable and uncalled for that the residents of Tshwane must suffer because of politics. Politics comes second. The lives of people comes first. You know, if you can look at how the city is looking, and here we are busy fighting each other. When are we going to go down to service delivery? Because the people of Mamelodi, the people of everywhere, Centurion, are looking for service. They are looking, the Hammanskraal is sitting without water. For many years, we thought that now we are going to deliver on that. Now it's this problem. We are calling upon all political parties in the council. Please leave your fights. Drop your fights. Think about the people, the suffering of the people.
Have you reached out to Dr. Makwarela, because he is a member of your party and is also a deployee of your party in the council? What is his response to what is taking place now, especially with this being declared insolvent and being disqualified?
Yeah, I can tell you that this thing have really hit Dr. Makwarela very, very hard. I spoke to him last night and he was very down. I am planning to meet him during the day so that we must sit and talk about this thing, so that we must work out a way forward on this whole thing, because it have really hit him. And I really understand how his family and relatives must feel that this type of thing must happen to him.
Are you receiving any legal advice in terms of, what COPE should follow, especially because he actually occupied a very important and crucial position in the city of Tshwane?
I can tell you that Dr. Makwarela is in constant contact with his legal team, because yesterday he sent me a letter from the legal team. That's why I'm saying that he is in constant contact with his legal team, and I am planning to meet him this afternoon, so that we must talk even about this legal advice.
You were part of the DA and Action SA coalition in the city of Tshwane. You were subsequently then removed by that coalition. What is this new coalition which you find yourself in, ANC, EFF? What is the way forward in terms of this position in which you all voted, it seems, for Dr. Makwarela to take over as mayor?
I represented COPE in the coalition, the other side, DA, Freedom Front, ACDP, Action SA. But last week, over the past 2 weeks, it got very tense after the resignation of the mayor of Tshwane, Randall Williams. It became very, very, very tense, because there was 2 letters, as you can recall. There was 2 letters. The one was saying with immediate effect. The other one was saying up until the 28th. Dr. Makwarela, as the speaker, got legal advice and opinion from 2 legal people, one internal and one external. And both of them were saying, recognize the first letter, the immediate one. Now, the coalition was not happy with that type of answer from Dr. Makwarela. That's why I'm saying there was a lot of tension in. But besides that, I was there for a whole year. But all of a sudden, last week, I was deleted from the group, the coalition WhatsApp group, without any explanation. Up until today, we don't know. Our logo as the Congress of the People were deleted from the letterhead of the coalition without any explanation. Up until today, we don't know why this type of things were happening. Maybe it's because Dr. Makwarela did not want to agree with the view of the coalition. That's why we were deleted from this coalition.
All right. Thank you very much. Of course, that is Dennis Bloem. Just giving us also there a bit of background in terms of COPE's position in the multi-party coalition that, of course, is being led by the DA, but also saying that they were not aware of, of course, this issue of Dr. Makwarela being declared insolvent. And, of course, this is something that they are saying that their vetting process in COPE needs to answer as to why they allowed for Dr. Makwarela to be a councillor in the city of Tshwane, but at the same time saying and highlighting the problems around that, of course, vetting process also being done by the IEC, also questioning the IEC in terms of, there is a vetting process being done by the IEC for representatives of council, and they are saying that those are the questions that they are asking themselves now. But at the same time, they are also seeking legal opinion. And of course, that is Dr. Makwarela, who's currently with his lawyers trying to resolve this issue.
Mbali Tetani, thank you very much for that report. From messy coalitions